we got some piping hot boxing drama that's got the internet buzzing. The fight that nobody expected and asked for, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis? Yeah, you heard that right, the YouTube clown prince is stepping into the ring with a legit killer for a big money exhibition on Netflix. Buckle up, because we're roasting this circus act from top to bottom. Let's dive in. First off, the deets. Sources are saying this exhibition showdown is locked in for November 15th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, streaming live on Netflix. No belts on the line, no official records, just pure spectacle for what I'm guessing is a 9-figure payday split between these two. But come on, folks, an exhibition? That's code for let's pretend to fight without anyone getting hurt too bad. Jake Paul, the guy who's built his boxing career on beating up retired NBA players, washed up MMA legends, and dudes twice his age, is now facing Tank Davis. This isn't a fight. It's a scripted Netflix special where the only knockout is the viewer's common sense. Let's cook this thing properly. Jake, my man, you're like 6'1" and cruising around at 200 pounds these days, while Tank is a lightweight champ who's basically a feather duster at 135 pounds soaking wet. It's like pitting a Mack truck against a sports car. Sure, it might look flashy, but we all know who's going to get squished if things get real. And exhibition rules? Probably means headgear, big gloves, and a ref ready to stop it if someone breaks a nail. Jake's out here cherry-picking opponents like he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet, and now he's serving up this mismatch. Bro, if you lose, your hype train derails forever. If you win, congrats, you beat up a guy half your size in a fake fight. Either way, the real L is for boxing purists watching this trash now. Why the hell is this even happening? Simple. Cha-ching, baby. Jake Paul's entire stick is turning viral stunts into vaults of cash. Remember his NFT flops and crypto pumps? This is just the next level. Netflix is desperate to dip into live sports after their WWE deal, and what better way than a crossover circus with a Disney villain turned boxer versus a street tough champ? Tank's camp probably sees it as easy money to a no risk to his pro record, just a fat check to fund his next Lambo. Plus, boxing's been starving for eyeballs since the Mayweather era ended, so they're manufacturing drama. It's not about legacy, it's about likes, subs, and that sweet, sweet ad revenue. Jake's turning combat sports into WWE 2.0, and we're all suckers for tuning in. But hey, credit where it's due, this might be Jake finally stepping up to a real fighter. Up until now, his resume reads like a retirement home brawl. Nate Robinson. Code. Ben Askren. Snooze. Even Mike Tyson was a grandpa exhibition. Tank Davis? That's different. Undefeated at 30-0-1 with 28 knockouts. This dude's a human highlight reel who's dropped champs like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. Jake's been dodging actual boxers his size, but facing Tank? It's like the problem child finally picking a fight with the school bully. If Jake survives more than 3 rounds, I'll eat my words, but don't hold your breath. Speaking of Tank, shout out to the man for coming back strong. His last outing was that controversial draw against Lamont Roach back in March. You know, the one where everyone screamed robbery and demanded a rematch. Tank's been laying low and dealing with legal issues since, probably training like a beast and dealing with the usual champ drama. But now he's bouncing back for this Netflix bag. Smart move. After that draw stained his perfect record, this exhibition lets him remind the world why he's called Tank. Explosive power, unbreakable will. But why is Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul instead of rematching Lamont Roach? Easy, it's called money. That March draw with Roach was messy, controversial non-call. Fans wanted a rematch, but Tank dodged it for a Netflix bag with Jake. Roach is a risky title fight. Jake's a low-stakes, high payday. Tank's back post-draw, but picking a YouTube clown over a real champ? Weak sauce. Roach even took to X, throwing shade with 4 duck emojis, basically calling Tank scared. Ouch, that's gotta sting worse than a jab. But let's be real, Tank's still a beast, and this exhibition doesn't erase his comeback vibes, banking on this ball fight to keep his name hot while avoiding a career-threatening loss to Roach. Smart? Maybe. Spineless? Kinda. This fight's gonna be entertaining as hell, but let's call it what it is, a money-grab sideshow. Will Jake shock the world? Will Tank turn him into a meme? Drop your predictions in the comments below, smash that like button if you're hyped. Peace out!